Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the Angel Traders Mastermind, brought to you by the Goddess Collective Network. This is episode 44, and it is December 29th, our last session of the year. Have a little dance party for that because it's been a year and I'm freaking grateful. And I can definitely say that my trading has what's the word? Like gone leaps and bounds further than where I would have been if we had not been doing this mastermind. So grateful for my amazing co-host Des and all of our beloved Angel Traders um, members. Thank you. Congratulations. We've completed our first successful year of our mastermind, and it feels really good. 44 episodes in 1 year, and it's really been such a blessing and learned a lot. And I'm excited for year number two of the Angel Traders Mastermind because year number one was just chef's kiss. I was doing some reverse engineering last night of my funded account, which was really helpful. So maybe I'll go over some of that as well. We will, of course, go over the news. We will go over an astrology update with Des. We will have the AI assisted analysis this week because we haven't had it for the last 2 weeks. Well, I did it 2 weeks ago, but then didn't post it. Um, so, with that being said, this information, as always, is not financial advice. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. We recommend that you do your own research in all areas of life always and make decisions that align with you. And that's what we're doing in 2026 as well. So, get ready to keep that same energy, okay? Alrighty. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Take a look at some of the charts here. I'm just gonna close my door. Hold on. Actually, I'm not gonna do that because if I do, then my cat's gonna be crying outside. So, all right. So let me share my screen and let's get into some of this. We'll take a look at some of the charts of what I was looking at yesterday. Um, I was telling you, Des, I got my square set up yesterday. I'm so excited. Everything is set up and ready to go. Oh my God, look at me. Literally.
Congratulations. I just got your link tree too. I'm gonna redo mine because I have milkshake and I'm like, it looks a little bit like just not profesh.
Look at me. I'm on your page right now.
Oh, I'm just gonna swap my-
Oh, no worries. Um, yeah, I was doing all of my and then I was like I should see if Des has a personal like a today's lady artistry link tree. Um, But you have the same link tree, so I'm like, oh, I removed my personal brass knuckle nails link tree, but I don't know, I might put it back. I just wanted something to just put on there, so I had my like booking link. Um,
Yeah, I'll see. I don't know if I want it to be separate or together.
yeah, me either,
Um, yeah, that's a question for later.
right? Because I had mine with my like my logo and like it looked really good, like it looked really cute. I really liked it, but then I was like, do I need to have it separate? Like, so.
It's challenging because you have so many offers, so it's like, what do we do?
Right? I know. It's so true. So I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to separate? Do I not? But the more I just need to just do it and experience it. That's what I was thinking last night. I was like, hey, just set the square up. Just have it. If you things go wrong, we change them. Like we don't
Yeah.
need to have it. Doesn't need to be perfect. Like I'm gonna learn as I go. There's so many little things in there, um, which is really nice. Uh, like so many tools and so many different little things. So that was fun. That was really fun setting that up yesterday. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I'm excited. Now people can now I can literally say book at the link in my bio.
yeah, like don't talk to me.
Literally, like I don't want it. Don't talk to me. Go book on the link, and that's it. Um, so gold really did its thing
Oh, it did a
yesterday.
thing.
Very nice.
She did
Very
a
nice.
lovely thing. I didn't even have to trade this morning because last night's trade was a thing.
Amazing. Amazing. We love that. We freaking love that. I had a small trade yesterday too that I was like, uh, I didn't wake up this morning either, but I also went to bed so freaking late. Like, why did I think that
Hmm.
going to bed at 2 a.m. was the vibe?
It's okay. I took the trade at like 1:30 and then I was like, I'm going to sleep. Like I was trying to sleep. I was tossing and turning and then I was like, oh, gold is selling. Like I should go see. And I freaking went and I got in the trade and I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep because I know I'm gonna sit here and look at every single 1 minute candle until it hits my take profit. It's like, no, go to bed. And I did,
Girl, that part.
right? And I woke up and I was like, wow. Wow.
Yes, I love that. I love that feeling so much when when
Trust
that
yourself.
happens. You're just
When
like,
you trust yourself, when you say, you know what, I'm risking this much, and if I lose it, it's fine.
yep. Hmm.
But if I gain it, it's even finer. So I'm going to bed.
Yes, ma'am. And then when you wake up and you're like, yeah, yes, bitch.
Yeah.
So I was looking at this because I've been seeing a lot of things online that were saying, like, talking about how the different sessions, like the London session, Asian session, Australian session, and the New York session, how they all correlate with each other in the way of like they're the target. So like, you know, London session will target, a different session's low or high, and then the New York session will target this area. So I was looking at the chart yesterday and I was like, it sold off. It was on this 5 minute and it was already pretty much like to almost the last TP, and I was like, oh my God, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to take this trade because it's not really going to do much if I take this trade. So then I saw that it had like stopped, and I was like, that's a really interesting area. Let's go see where that was. And it was in line with last week's New York session. So the low of Wednesday's New York session, that was where price initially had a little bit of a reaction. It was right down here, right? And I was like, interesting. And I was like, let's see what happens from there. And of course, price ended up breaking down further, very, very further,
Yeah.
like very far. So that is interesting. Very, very interesting there. Yeah, very, very crazy
You
move.
know, I was thinking about it and I was like, because I looked at the 4 hour, I was going down from the 4 hour
Yeah.
and I kept going back to the 4 hour. I was like, this thing's gonna freaking sell, dude. Like, there's no fucking way, right? And I'm like, okay, taking account that it's the end of the year,
Hmm.
what I do know about the end of the year is that investors tend to take profits
Hmm.
at the end of the year.
Yeah, that is a good.
And so I was, girl, yesterday my eyes were glued to the chart. You know, when you were like texting me, I was like on the chart. I was like, Kate, can't do anything. I'm just gonna stare at the chart. Been in the trade, like going in and out of trades last night. And I was like, I'm not ending this night in negative with this huge sell coming. Like, there's no way, you know?
Yeah.
And so then I was like looking at it and I was like, okay, like I said, what I do know is that the market's going to sell off because of the end of the year. So this is a good thought. This is a good thought. Um, and, and then at 11 o'clock, because you're saying all the sessions, right? So 11 o'clock. Okay, so the market opens at 3 on Sunday,
Yes.
not 5. It opens at 3.
Okay, but like, why does it not open on my broker until 5?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Did you
that's
take a
not a, it's
trade at 3?
I didn't make a trade at 3, but the market opened at 3.
Like on Trading View, it opens at 3, and then
Yes.
on like MT5, it opens at 5.
Okay, so it must be your broker then, because I don't think I took a trade right away.
Yeah.
But I was looking at it.
Like I didn't see the market moving. Like I went to MT5 and I was like, it's not moving.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't
Like
know.
I
I'll
feel like
have to.
I always go
I'll-
on the chart at 3 and then nothing's ever fucking happening and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm waiting till 5.
Okay, I'll have to check next week and see what's up with my broker too, because like,
Yeah, check
wait,
that
how
'cause
can
I
it
would
be?
like to
We're
know.
both trading. We're on both 5 percenters, so
I know. So,
maybe mine doesn't open at 3 either. I was looking at it, but I didn't take a trade.
okay. Yeah,
Okay, so
because
maybe it is
I
5
yeah.
for the broker. But at 11 o'clock p.m. is the Frankfurt session. So 1 hour before London opens, Frankfurt opens.
Mm,
And I was looking at the chart, and that 11 o'clock candle just dipped. Like she was just going for the, like, wherever she was going, she was leaving. She was like, bye.
bye.
So I was like, okay, 11 p.m., 9 p.m., 11 p.m., Sunday nights, it's market open. Is a good time to look at the chart. And then again, like that London Open at midnight, dude, I was tossing and turning. I had to look at my phone at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. I remember Dr. K used to not trade at 1 a.m. because it was pullback hour. And
Yeah.
so she would be off at 1 a.m. and she would come back at 2 p.m. I mean 2 a.m. And so 1 a.m. is when I took my trade because 1:30, I think, because I was like, the market's gonna sell. I need to go to sleep. Like, there's no freaking way.
Hmm.
So I just got on the trade and then I went to sleep. But I'm learning that Sundays for market open, like you're saying, in correlation with all sessions, is important to pay attention to
Yes.
because like I feel like sometimes we disregard Sundays.
I used to disregard Sundays all the time and now I'm like I need to be on my chart. Like there's no freaking way. Like I was so mad at myself for not being glued to the chart the way that I said that I was going to be yesterday. I was like, I am going to be on my chart. And then it like happened and I was like, where were you? But it's okay because
Yeah, it's
I got
fine.
into Bitcoin. So I missed gold, but I did get into Bitcoin, which was kind of nice. Just looking at some of these old sessions again here. Um, because yeah, this was beautiful. Like this, listen,
Gorgeous. 10 minutes
gorgeous.
per bowing scale. 10
Uh,
minutes.
literally, literally, even the 30 minute, like the 30 minute was good. The 5 minute was fucking great. Um, and I had already missed it. Like I already missed it, and I was like, whatever. So,
I woke up at 6:30 too and it was selling off. And I was like, oh, it's selling. I should get in. And I was like, no, no, just you're good. Just leave it alone.
don't do it. Do not do it.
Do not do it. But she sold anyway, still. So like
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
fine though. It's okay. It's fine. We're okay.
Yeah, I was like yelling this morning. I was like, "Oh my God," when I saw when I saw how because it was like my trading view was loading and it was like that small move on the like from the 5 minute like TPs there and I was like looking at it, I was like, "Oh my God, let's see what happens." And then when it loaded, I couldn't see the price and I was like, "Oh my God, what happened? Did it go up or did it go down?" And I saw that it went down and I was like, oh my God, that is wild. I was
Oh
not
my God.
expecting that at all.
Oh, my TP was originally 4408. And I was like, that's really low.
Mm,
And I think I moved it up to like 44. What was it? I moved it up because I was like, I'm scared.
and it's at 43.40 right now.
I know. When I woke up this morning, I was like, excuse me, I'm sorry, what? Like,
Yeah, girl, literally. Like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, gosh, my gosh. Um, I did take this BTC yesterday off of the 30-minute the 30-minute DTC setup. It was these two signals got to close above the 30-minute buy entry, which was right here, 884041. Um, and I had actually, you know what? I think I did the 15-minute one. It was either the 30 or the 15. Now the 15-minute has switched to sell. Um, but I did take that, and my take profit was, hold on one sec.
oh my goodness.
15 minute.
My take profit was 4418 on gold. And if
Wow.
we had stayed in, I would have doubled what I made. Like,
Mhm. Mm,
okay.
yeah. Yes, ma'am. Like it's like seen what I needed to see. I seen it. I seen that. Crazy. My take profit was 94.25. And literally price got like pips away. And I didn't take it out. And I was like, I want my extra $2. And then it like pulled back. And then I had gotten this like stuck in this pullback and I was like, oh my God, what's it gonna do? Got these two green candles. I was like, it's going back up. Then this red candle came out and I was like, and then the blue line came out on the top side. I was like, I'm out. See you later. Got out right here. Um, Made about $10, better than nothing.
Yeah.
And that was good because price ended up pulling back down to below my entry. It would have hit my stop loss and profit, which was only like $1. So I'm grateful that I got out of that. And it's really nice to have those confirmations where I'm like, okay, this is my exit. Like I got the blue line. We got the like price rejected. We're getting these rejection candles. The blue line is here to tell me there's a pullback coming. So goodbye. I'm exiting. See you later. So that was my trade yesterday. And then I was like, I gotta go get my compound sheet set up again because I passed my first part of my challenge using this compound sheet. So I ended up setting it up again um, at my current balance. And then I kind of reverse engineered and I saw that okay, so I need to take one, two, three, four, five. Oh, shit. What did I do? What did I do? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven trades that go perfectly on this plan, and I will pass the challenge. But obviously, this does not go the way that this is just a guide. So yesterday, my target was supposed to be 47.62, and I didn't even set this up before I took the trade. So I ended up making $10. I logged it in my journal part. So my actual balance was 10.07. Um, Projected was 47. And then I'm going to change all of this because I think this is still kind of set up for like a smaller amount. But nonetheless, my next trade target will be 49.89. So let's see. I'm trying to also play with my lot sizes and things like that. And when I get into a trade, um, actually looking at like this was my trade. It was like it was a 1-to-1 pretty much. And so my stop loss was like 1,500 pips, okay? So it was like a $15 stop loss and it was like a $15 take profit, right? So if I was reverse engineering that, I would say that if my target was $47 for this, I would be using a 0.03 lot size. I used a 0.01. All right? Because if I used a 0.03 lot size, then my take profit would be around 45 bucks, right? Because it's 15, it was a 1-to-1, $15 stop loss, $15 take profit, times that by 3. Well, how many times is 15 go into 47? Just under 3 times. Okay? Or sorry, just over 3 times, just over 3 times, okay? So, this is the way that I'm reverse engineering so that I'm actually hitting the targets that are targeting. And I wouldn't have made the 47. It would have been like an overall $45-ish TP, and then I would have made slightly below that. So let's just say like $40, okay? So just some reverse engineering in my brain. Um, and then it's nice that you can like log your trades and all of that stuff. I'm gonna change this actually. So this is 44,771,65, I think.
Mine is not like I'm not able to do this.
So did you try
Can
and open it up on Google Sheets?
Yeah, maybe can you email it to me to my Google email?
Yeah. So
Um,
what you have to do actually is save it onto your computer. So you're gonna open it up. Let's see about the one that I sent you. So you have to, let's see if we can, compound plan. So you'll save it on your computer, right? And then you're gonna go to Google Sheets. Hold on. Google Sheets. You know how to get to Google Sheets?
uh, through Gmail, right?
Yeah, and then you go to this box right here, and then it says Sheets, where
Okay.
all of the Google stuff is. Sheets. It'll bring you here, and then you will press this little folder, open file picker, and then you'll go to upload, and then you can browse,
Okay.
add the copy of compound plan. It will upload it for you, and then it will open it up,
I
and
don't
you'll
think
be
so.
able to edit it properly.
Let me try.
Because it's unless you have like PowerPoint on your, or sorry, not PowerPoint, Excel. Unless you have Excel, then you can just open it straight from your desktop.
Um,
But
yeah, did you send it to me on Telegram?
I did search compound in our
But
personal
I've
chat.
been searching. It's not showing up.
Am I showing up? Okay, hold on here.
PUND. Yeah, do you
Um,
mind sending it again? Because it is not.
yeah,
She is not available.
there we go. There we go. So compound sheet is very good.
Lovely, thank you. Um, Yes, I believe so as well. I like that you're tracking everything like that. I heard you say earlier too that doing it, like looking at your dashboard on the broker.
Hmm.
Yeah, girls doing that. I've been doing that too. I've been looking at my trades on there because it tracks everything for you
Yep.
and it's giving you your percentages and your win rate and everything. I really like that.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, it's really nice to see because you're like, I think like I have around like a 60 to 65% win rate, which is really
Mhm.
great to know. You know, like I'm over here thinking like, oh my God, my win to loss ratio is absolutely horrible. But no, when you look at it, you're like, okay, like I'm doing pretty good. 60
Yeah,
to 65% is like really good.
that is really good. It makes me feel better. Like
It does.
I just got mine up to 50%, so I was like, okay, cool. Like we're okay.
Yeah, yeah, right. So like it's good because when you factor in the risk to reward, um, the numbers start to make sense,
Mhm.
right? So that's very nice. Um, and I'll open up the news here and take a look what we had going on here. Let me just refresh. Do, 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 do. All right, so last week we had the GDP for Canada go up slightly from zero point 0.2, oh sorry, go down slightly from zero point 0.2 to negative zero point 0.3. The prelim GDP on the quarter for the US went from 3.8 to 4.3. We had a durable goods order went down slightly. We had a core durable goods order went down slightly. We had the durable goods order that went down quite a bit from zero point 0.7 to negative 2.2. We had the consumer confidence went down slightly from 92.9 to 89.1. Unemployment claims on Wednesday, Christmas Eve, went from 224K to 214K, down from the expectation or the forecast, which was supposed to be on par with the previous. We had, and that was it. That was it for for last week because we had Christmas and all that good stuff. So yeah, I took a couple trades last week. It was horrible. I think I took 4 trades and every single one of them hit stop loss. So that was fun. I was like, what am I doing trading in literal chop? Like I'm trying to trade like where was I trying to trade at? Like somewhere probably around here or like in this area, like this area, like this is not good. So, yeah, had stop loss. I think I like took a buy, it took a sell. It was like not my best work for sure. Oh, I took a sell on gold, I took a sell on Bitcoin, I took another sell on Bitcoin, and then I took a buy on Bitcoin. So all 4 of those hit my stop loss. And I was like, ooh. So I'm going to just modify some of this here. I feel like this just changed. Did this just change? Because I swear this was not. That was not that. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. So, looks like 15-minute has a sell, 5-minute has a sell, 1 minute has a buy. So we'll see what Bitcoin decides to do for the end of the year. We shall see. Yeah, this is kind of nice too because it shows you like I guess like the range of the session, which is like what we were kind of already like doing, like the daily range.
Mhm.
So that's kind of nice. Um, I like that. It is another indicator that I've added on here, but there was something else that I added too, or that I saw. Oh, this I think it was this ICT kill zone thing. I think it shows you like the highs and the lows of the sessions or something like that. I haven't turned that one on yet, but I did see a video. This guy was like, these are the only three indicators you need to trade. Be successful. And I was like, these are actually really good. I like this. Um, so let's go back. Let's look at the news for this coming week. This week oh no, it's only Monday. I'm like, it's already Tuesday. No, it's Monday. So we have tomorrow FOMC meeting minutes. My goodness. Do do do. Santa Claus rally, Fed minutes, and other can't miss items this week. Market enters the final week of 2025 with focus on traditional Santa Claus rally. What? Period that historically sees stock gains. Okay, let's open this up and see. Let's see. Okay. Uh, a period that historically sees stock gains during the last 5 trading days of December, the first 2 days of January. This week features an abbreviated trading calendar with market close Thursday for New Year's Day and light volume expected throughout as institutional participation reduces following the Christmas break. Tuesday's FOMC meeting minutes will provide the only major catalyst during offering detailed insights into the Federal Reserve's December policy deliberations and the internal debates that shaped the more hawkish 2026 outlook. Hawkish was what again?
Hawkish, I feel like is like bullish,
Is it? Okay. Let's make
like
sure.
aggressive, no?
Yeah, okay. Because dovish, is that not? Oh,
Dovish is like think of like hawk and dove. Like dove is like
right?
yeah.
Why did it go to my link tree? Hell. Um, Hawkish meaning. The meaning is resembling, suggesting a hawk or the beak of a hawk in appearance. What the fuck? Hawkish sentiment. Refers to a policy stance typically adopted by central bank. It is characterized by preferences for higher interest rates to reduce the money supply, okay, which helps to cool down an overheating economy and preventing prices from rising too quickly. This approach is often described as tough or aggressive in monetary policy, aiming to maintain long-term economic stability. Okay, so it's a little bit more intricate. Um, so it's characterized by preferences for higher interest rates to reduce the money supply, which helps to cool down an overheating economy. But aren't we lowering interest rates right now? That's interesting. If, hmm, interesting. Let's see. Offering detailed insights into the Federal Reserve's December policy deliberations and the internal debates that shaped the more hawkish 2026 outlook. Okay. Economic data remains sparse with Wednesday's initial jobless claims and Chicago PMI before the holiday, followed by Friday's manufacturing PMI providing the first economic snapshot of 2026. The week also brings heightened attention to Tesla as CEO's Elon Musk's year-end deadline approaches for delivering unsupervised robo-taxis in Austin, Texas. Huh. I've heard about this, that in Texas they have those driverless Teslas. A promise that could prove consequential for the stock despite Musk's decade-long history of overly optimistic self-driving timelines. Let's see. Just reading through. This year faces headwinds from the Fed's more hawkish December meeting, persistent inflation concerns, and recent technology sector weakness following disappointing AI infrastructure earnings. Light volume during the period can amplify moves in either direction, making technical levels less reliable while creating potential for momentum-driven rallies or sell-offs with limited fundamental justification. Interesting. Historical years where the Santa Claus rally fails to materialize have often preceded weaker performance in the following year, making this week's price action potentially significant for early 2026 sentiment. Window dressing activity by fund managers seeking show. Okay, interesting. Very interesting.
My goodness, you're waiting for it?
Alrighty. So on Wednesday, we have, which is the 31st, we have unemployment claims for the US, which are expected to go up by $1,000 or 1,000 from 214 to 215. And then we will have the bank holiday we will have the bank holiday for the first, and then on the second more Europe stuff. So light week, and then the third we will have some FOMC members speaking, but not too much craziness this week. So that's good. That is good. Alrighty. With that being said, what else did I want to look at? Let's just take a little gander at some of the pairs and just see kind of where we're at. So, Bitcoin, we have on the daily, we're underneath the cloud, so it's not signifying huge bullish momentum at this point from a top-down analysis perspective. We've been kind of consolidating in this range. We have the blue line here, which is at the bottom. So we could see some moves to the upside for the end of the year. Let's go to the 4-hour. 4-hour, we have a sell set up here, which has been the price has like broken, retested already once, and we have the blue line at the top on the 4-hour. So, these last two 4-hour candles have actually closed below the entry. We did get a sell signal from the RF here. And then back last week, we got the two sell signals correlating, but then we didn't really get a move, like a significant move. So we had the two sell signals. We had after that, pretty much immediately, price tapped into this order block, had a little sell off, crossed over the 4-hour entry zone here, but then didn't do anything again. Came back, tapped into this order block again, and now we're seeing price close below this 4-hour entry. So let's see what happens. I would be watching this closely. First take profit is down on this level, which is 85,125. I'm gonna move this down. So let's see what happens here if price decides to tap into this area. We shall see. Let's go to the 1-hour. And then on the 1-hour, 30-minute, we have buy setups. which I said I took this 30-minute buy, but and we did end up hitting 4 take profits on this one. So, and then now price has gone back down to the stop loss. So I'm also learning what like invalidates these entries. Like seeing as how I already took this now has come back and hit the stop loss level. Like, does that mean that this 30-minute is now invalidated? I'm trying to like wrap my head around these things as well. We also have on the 15 we have the sell, which has the sell entry has been broken. Price is now retesting. We have the 2 sell signals here, but the blue line is on the bottom. So for me to take this trade, I would be looking for price to close below here. I would be looking for the blue line to be at the top, and looking for bearish price action to confirm the sell. 5-minute, there's a sell as well. I think all of these kind of are shifting now. Well, some of them are shifting. So let's just change this. And then I think on the 1-minute we had a sell as well. No, now the 1-minute's changed to a buy. That I think that just happened. See, you gotta really be kind of watching these things, and waiting for the right confirmations, because right here we have 2 sells and then we have 2 buys, like right immediately after each other. So we got to stack the confirmations on top of each other to take the damn trade. Okay, let's go to gold. We kind of looked at that up for a minute. So we saw, let's go to the daily. Price made all-time highs last week, which was awesome. A previous all-time high was around 43.81, which was which price made an all-time high, new all-time high on Monday, December 22nd. So literally a week to the day. Price made an all-time high on gold. We have a new all-time high of around 45.51. 45.51. And I'm going to put this here. So we saw the all-time high. Now we've seen price make a retracement back down to the previous all-time high that we are testing now. Price on the daily is above the cloud here, so bullish momentum to the upside. On this pullback, we saw price dip below the cloud, but it's still green. We haven't had any momentum shifts on the 4-hour here, but the blue line is at the top. So, that's why we're seeing this significant pullback. On the 1-hour, we did have this 1-hour buy, which is now shifting to a sell, it looks like, but I don't know. It's just forming right now. So I'll change this just for the sake of me knowing that it's now a sell, but we could see this just change to a buy again, depending on how the price action happens from here. It's price stopped in this order block area on the 1-hour. So we'll see what happens if price continues down, or if, like Des said, a lot of people are taking profits at this point in the year. So we could see price retrace further and try and fill in some of this, well, I feel like it did fill in some of this decently, but let's go back to the
Yeah,
daily
I
for a
feel
sec.
like we got a fill that we were supposed to get, but
Yeah.
yeah, you could go down and retest the band for sure.
Right? Like on the daily, we could go down and retest. Like this line here is the aqua, so we could go and test some levels further. We could test some of these wicks. There's very small little imbalances here. We have one between 42.57 and 42.38. We have all these wicks here around 41.65. Again, another small imbalance, 41.05. But the aqua also is lining up with these wicks here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on that. Okay. 30-minute. We chatted about the cell earlier. We had, oh God, my hair is like making my face really itchy and I don't like it. I'm gonna put my bangs away. Um, yeah, we had that 30-minute cell. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful position. 15-minute had a buy. 5-minute had that beautiful sell, which all TPs were hit. That was a great one. That was really nice yesterday. Yesterday, we had both the sell signals come out. Uh, was that 10 p.m.? 10-ish p.m.? Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, around 10 p.m. And then this trade activated, yeah, around 10 p.m. 11, 10, 9. Yeah, just before 10. So that was beautiful. And I'm gonna double check on US 30. So again, did we make all-time, was that all-time highs that we made on US 30 last week? Looks like it. Or yeah, no, that was the 12th. So the 12th of December, US 30 made all-time highs. I'm gonna put this here just in case. Marking out the high at 48,877. And we did see it pull back to the 18th, and then again we saw a nice little rally um back up ending on the 24th, and now we are seeing this daily sell candle coming out, right? So we'll see what happens there. On the 4 hour, we have a sell set up, but it's a quite a bit higher than that. And so also it's in the stop loss area. So yeah, for me, it's like, is that invalidated now? We shall see. The 1 hour, let's see. We have a sell set up on the 1 hour, but also price has gone to the stop loss. 30-minute, looking like a sell is forming. Let's do that. All right, 15. A sell has already activated and is in profit. So that's nice. That was a nice one there. And on the 5-minute, there was a sell already as well. That has played out and hit all TPs. So I always look at US 30 kind of last and just, see what's going on. So that is it for that little rundown there. Let's actually take a look at the DXY. I looked at the DXY in a while. Kind of hovering around. Nothing too crazy from. But last time we've looked at it, it's still kind of in the same kind of areas, but let's see. On the weekly, we still have more to fall, I feel. So, will the DXY rally towards the end of the year, or will it go down? Because if it rallies, that means everything else is probably going to go down. And if it's going up, if it's going down, that means everything else is kind of gonna maybe possibly be going up. So I'm gonna pass it over to Des for a astrology update. If you're ready.
Yes. I was gonna say, I think we also have to go back and look at what happens at the end of the year for DXY, for gold, for
Yes.
Bitcoin, for US 30, and just go see like what's the energy around that because like
Yeah.
it's interesting to look at the DXY and see that it's selling and gold is selling too. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
That's not normal.
No, it's not. And this was on the daily. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of been selling since the 25th of November. So like for the last month. Let's go to gold. Well, it has been opposite. So let's look at
Opposite until now.
opposite until now. Yes, exactly. Because yeah, it's gone up slightly since the gold has been going down. But yes, it was going, like they were both going up at one point, which is not normal. Very much not normal.
Oh my
Very much
goodness.
not normal.
Okay. The normalcy is the conformity is unconforming. It's not a bad thing.
I grabbed a coconut water and I forgot it. I'm gonna go grab it. 2 seconds.
No worries.
What's it turning?
Great. Well, thank you for all of your beautiful insights, your chart analysis, your news update. It's been helpful through the whole entire year and continues to be helpful as we are moving into 2026. Congratulations to Angel Traders. Wow, we did that. We did that. Like, yeah. What? So amazing. So amazing. We have so many amazing episodes, so much good insight, so much good analysis, so much growth through it all. It's been a journey. And like you were saying at the beginning, you're like, I don't know what I can say. My trading has moved leaps and bounds. The word is improved.
There you go. There
We've
you go.
we've improved as much as we could over a year.
Mhm.
Like that's amazing,
So amazing.
you know?
Like,
It really shows their resilience and our ability to be disciplined through consistency. Like, I think a lot of the time people don't give themselves enough credit. Like, we could be so hard on ourselves and be like, oh, we missed like this many episodes and, we weren't 100%. And, and people will look at that and be like, I'm not perfect. And it's like, okay, but we did 44 though. Like, what? So congrats, congrats. Amazing, amazing.
congratulations.
Yeah. Um, okay, I have some interesting astrology updates. I feel like this interesting shift in my own energy of recognizing the the ability to delve into the collective energy. It's been very apparent lately.
Okay.
Um, I feel like once you acknowledge that you have that gift and we have that gift, it tends to develop and it's a little freaky. It's a little scary. It's a little scary, but it's also like very comforting because it's like I was listening to this YouTube yesterday and the guy was saying, I can't remember his name, but um he was saying like we're going into the age of knowing.
Mm,
The way that information that we have is changing. It's not just like getting information and understanding information. It's an age of knowing.
mm,
And so I think that has a lot to do with what we're doing here of the energy of like trust yourself, you know? I think as a trader, that's a really important thing, learning how to trust yourself and trust your intuition and trust who you are and your judgment when you do everything in life. Like you always say at the beginning, you're like, be discerning in everything in life, not just trading, but everything you do, every decision you make sure that you discern when you utilize that gift as well. And so like, I don't know, I had a crazy ass dream this morning. Um, Literally minutes before I was supposed to be on the call. So I was like, I need a few minutes because I need to shower. I need to cleanse myself. Like that was not an okay moment. It was literally like maybe a 2-minute dream. And we were gonna do the mastermind at 8:15. In my dream, I was sleeping and I woke up at 8:18. And I was like, oh my God, I'm late. And I was blind, and I'm not going to go into details because this is recording, but like I was blind, like I couldn't see properly. Like one of my eyes was like completely blind, the other one was like distorted,
oh my God.
and there was somebody there with me, and I was calling their name, and they were also blind.
Mm,
And so they were like hovering over the bed, like you know how you're like at the edge of the bed and you're just like kind of like, you know, they were hovering over the bed. And then I went to like hug them and I started to pray over them, and their energy was snake. Like the energy was snake, like they had the tongue in their mouth, like they were a snake. It was really scary and really real. Like it was really scary because, but it was like also like I was very grounded in that moment because I was like praying over them, you know?
mhm.
And I was like literally like saying like the prayer, like the Gayatri mantra, like I was saying it over them. and they were a snake. Like it was so crazy. And I woke up and I was like, oh my God. And I woke up at 8:12 and I was like, oh my God. Like I thought I was like late for the mastermind. I was like, no, I'm gonna be late now because I need to cleanse this energy off, right?
Oh my God, that is wild. Yeah.
But it just made me realize like a couple things because like I've had a few people reach out for me to me about readings and stuff lately. So I've given a couple and that's been like the energy. It's been that like everyone's been kind of going through this um I guess realization of their own perception of other people
Hmm.
and realizing that you can't always like I feel like in this collective specifically like we always have the intention in our heart that everyone's so good, you know, we always have this like oh everyone we always see the best in people, like I know I do, like I'm very naive like that, you know, I will always look at people and no matter like they have to do something really fucked up to you know to for me to be like I can't fuck with you,
Yep,
you know.
absolutely.
um So it's like, I feel like a lot of people are just realizing that. They're realizing who they are, they're realizing their boundaries, and they're realizing their own self-respect. And so I think even as a trader, and when you approach the charts, it's like when you have that level of self-respect for your own competence, your approach to the market is a lot more, um, what's the word? A lot more you're more confident in your approach to the market and you're more confident in your approach to life, you know, when you have that level of self-respect. So anyways, it was just kind of crazy. So I just had to say that because someone needs to hear it.
That was wild. That is wild. Like what?
Yeah, like it was not okay. It
Yeah,
was
I'm
not
definitely
okay.
be cleansing myself as well. Yeah, I woke up and I was like, I need to meditate. There's no freaking way. So I felt that.
Yeah, it's like it's just this season of life as we go into the new year. And we kind of talked about this yesterday of how like we just started winter. Okay. So the collective Gregorian mindset is that of, oh, it's a new year. I got to get my shit together. Whereas the natural nature of things is this is a season to mellow out, fill your cup, fill your heart, ground yourself, prepare yourself for the next real year shift. There's two that happen. There's the Chinese New Year, which is in the end of February, and then there's the equinox. So we have an opportunity still to nurture ourselves. So let's not, I know we're in Capricorn energy, and Capricorn is very ambitious, and we want to do our vision boards and we want to do the things, do them, but also figure out what you want before you are putting out energy of what you think you need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, that energy of need is very survival mode. Like, I need this, I need this. So it's hard for people to really know what they want because they've never been able to have they've never been in that state of consciousness. Like, oh, now I can figure out what it is that I want, not just what I need. Because at this point in life, I feel like, again, it's angel traders for a reason. You're an angel for a reason. You should know that your needs are always going to be met by source and by God.
Amen.
When you know that, then it's easier to now focus on what it is that you want. And also the energy of like wanting is very interesting because you don't want to be in like, I want this, I want this, but you have to know. You have to know what you want so that you can anchor in and know that you're going to get it. Does that make sense? Because like, you know,
Yes, Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick update. I'm just gonna do what day is it today? The 29th. I guess we're gonna go into the new year because oh my God. Okay, the 29th, you guys, Moon in Taurus, trine Venus in Capricorn. There are very helpful people around you. You're learning the reciprocation of energy. So, like, understand that people that you help are also there to support you in return, and they want to return the favor. They're expressing that. So, be open and share what's on your mind because there are people who will take the time to recognize that you recognize yourself. I want to say understand you, but no, they recognize you because they recognize who they are. So then they're willing to be reciprocal in the energy, especially if you need support at this time. Okay. Moon enters Taurus as well today. So work on improving your stability and security in your life over the next few days. This helps you end the year with more confidence. So just like I was saying, and I didn't read this first, so like interesting. Um, focus on what focus on your needs as far as like have your needs been met? Are they being met? How are they being met? So that now I recognize that again, my source is God and my needs are always being met and they're always being fulfilled. So tap into your gratitude to know that so that you can now figure out what it is that you want and align with that into the new year. It's a good day to do that today. On the 30th, so tomorrow, Mercury and Sag square Saturn and Pisces, and might be difficult for you to focus on long-term plans. You need to give your mind a break, allow some space, and then re-examine confirmation, go sit by the water, go sit by the ocean a little bit, re-examine with fresh eyes. So tomorrow, like today, you're gonna be like, hey, these are the things that I want. That doesn't mean tomorrow you have to get up and go get those things, okay? Be patient with yourself. Be patient with God. Give God grace sometimes. Everybody wants everything so fast, but they don't give God grace or space to give them what they want. Like that, it doesn't work like that, you know? So tomorrow, take a moment for yourself, relax the mindset, the headspace. I know we've been doing that a lot in the last week, and it's still okay to be in that energy. I think, again, we are very hard on ourselves as entrepreneurs, as traders, to stay focused and stay disciplined and not relax. But the most success and the most progress in your life will come from a state of relaxation. That's how we're going into the new year. Um, On the 31st, this is New Year's Eve, Moon in Taurus, sextile Saturn in Pisces. Focus on your goals. You'll feel more connected to your life path. You'll also feel disciplined and practical because you're doing the work in this next few days to figure out what you want. Your goals seem more tangible to you, which is amazing because again, your faith is strengthened. So as the moon enters Gemini, you close out the year with a lot of new ideas. Engage with other people, engage with your environment, be expressive, have fun, and connect. The 31st, a lot of people are around people, so it's nice because you'll be able to celebrate all of your accomplishments on the Gregorian side of things and nourish your soul a little bit with good food, with good people with fun, I think there's a lot a lot of the time we come into this time of year and we're very like, oh my God, I need to have it all figured out, that there's a loss of joy in it, and so I think it's important for us to this week focus on joy a little bit more and experience that so that we can welcome that energy going into the new year as well. Um, at the same time, on the first, we have Mercury entering Capricorn, which Mercury rules the minds, and Capricorn is like long-term goals, it's ambition, it's focus, it's hard work. Um, so this is where your brain is at, okay? Like, again, we have to find a healthy um flow of being in joy and also being disciplined. And I think Mercury is supporting the disciplinary actions as we go into this winter season. It's allowing you to pour into yourself, be smarter with your decisions and where your energy is going, do your homework, research the things you need to research to allow yourself to attract and bring in again what you're going to bring in as the season changes into the year of the horse. Okay. Because of the year of the horse, we have to be very um uh, um, aware of our chi, of our energy flow state, making sure that we're taking care of our body and our vitality and our health and our mental health, especially because if we don't, we're not going to be okay. The year of the horse is a fast year. So things are going to be moving very, very quickly. And if you're not grounded in who you are and in your body and in your spirit, you are going to be very overwhelmed. Okay, like you thought this year was overwhelming because of all the weird shit that happened. Next year is going to be fast and weird. Okay, so, and by weird, I mean you're not gonna know, like, you're not gonna be able to predict things. It's gonna be very left field the way that things happen. Okay, so we're really attracting what's off the radar screen, so we don't know what we don't know. Okay. Before entering Capricorn, um, Mercury and Neptune form a hard angle, it says, which is Mercury in Sagittarius, Neptune in Pisces. This can steal focus and make it difficult to see things clearly. Hold off on important decisions. Try to use this creative energy instead and make the most out of your active imagination. The way to activate the imagination is through breath. When you can breathe, your imagination gets activated. So if you focus on your breath, your imagination is a lot more controllable, but also more active, if that makes sense. Like you have more power when you can breathe and you're not hyperventilating. um so as we're going into the first, meditation is important. Do something creative. Your feminine is activated. She's online. This energy is needing, the horse energy is also very feminine energy. So just make sure that you have those outlets for yourself going into the new year in a creative space. Um, you're gonna need it. We're all gonna need it. Okay, so what's the last day of the week? The fourth is Saturday. Let me see the calendar. This doesn't show me a calendar, it's just like numbers. The second, Moon and Gemini square Neptune Pisces. You can feel low energy today. Like it's okay. Rest up on the second. You're allowed. Again,
That was weird.
that was interesting. Wow, okay. So
That was weird.
that level of relax and reset is okay. It's okay to that the recording stopping is a metaphor of like it's okay if things stop because you can start them right back up. Okay? It's you got to take that breather for yourself. It's okay to get rest in between all of the action of life, okay? At the same time, on the second, moon enters Cancer. So love on yourself over the next few days. Um, Gratitude for your family, for your friends, that sort of thing. You're going to feel comfortable and supported in who you are and the people around you. So let the people around you know that as well. Just give a little gratitude and appreciation on the second for the people around you because yeah, we have a full moon on the third. Oh my God. Oh my God. Um, Okay, the full moon. We have the moon in Cancer conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. Optimism is high going into this Gregorian New Year. We're looking at the bigger picture, entertain the possibilities possibilities of life. We're ending up on the charts in a positive mindset, which is beautiful. Traders unite. So good. You may not get the chance to do anything um with your ideas or anything like we're saying this week you have all these ideas and all these things you want to cultivate in the new year, but on the third, it's important for you to keep your mindset elevated in the second, like I mentioned, via gratitude, because the contrary evidence will be contrarying. Even though you are successful and you have your accomplishments to celebrate, there is still going to be a little tad bit of doubt. And I was saying this to my friend yesterday. I was like, on one side, there's faith. And when you're faithful, there's God. There's always God and faith, you know? But wherever there's doubt, that's the devil's playground. So if there's any doubt in your life, that's devil work. That's the wild work. Okay. So you have to be aware of that. So when the doubt comes in, it's important to keep your mind and your mood elevated, especially with this Cancer full moon, because Cancer rules emotions. I'm a Cancer stellium. It's very emotional on this side. Okay. Like we have to be very regulated to move in the collective energy, right? So just as much as Cancer is caring, it is also as above, so below, right? So there is very, um, this energy that's coming in with the full moon is really easy for you to self-neglect as well. So you got to choose, and you have that power to choose the emotion that you want to feel. Um, and focus on where things matter, which is the home front, the family, the emotional needs. And at this time, too, like I mentioned earlier this week, for today, there's people who want to support you emotionally, in all fronts of your life. So, like, just reach out. It's okay. There are people who love you, who want to support you, who want to take care of you. Um, and if for some reason you feel like you don't have any of that, at the end of the day, you have God. So build that relationship with Him. It's a good time to do this on the full moon. Universe, with her, with Gaia, with God, whatever your rendition of a higher power looks like. Just what's the word? It's this pull. I don't know. I have the energy in my hand, but I don't have the word. It's literally just stay connected to that frequency, right? Stay in that frequency. So that is the end. We're ending the week off with a full moon. That's a beautiful thing. I'm excited. Going into this Gregorian New Year in this energy of calm, of self-reflection, of self-empathy. We give so much empathy to other people. We don't give enough to ourselves. Um, Moving into the new season again in this feminine energy, I think is, and feminine is not like a sexual thing, it's an energy. So it's just moving into more of a flow state and receiving the year of the horse in flow state, I think is a very beautiful intention to have. So I'm excited. Thank you guys for receiving this information all year long. It's helped me so much, just strengthen my trust in myself as well. So I'm grateful that I get to do this every week with you guys. And yeah, it's so nice. So looking forward to next year. I'm so excited.
Yay! Me too. This has been absolutely lovely. Thank you, Des. Appreciate you. Always so needed and just keeping us grounded and letting us know that we're not crazy. And there's just a lot happening cosmically that we just, we need to be aware of. So appreciate you. Very much. More than you know, girl. For real.
Likewise, it's reciprocal. The energy is reciprocal confirmation. Yeah, it can't be any other way.
Yeah, that part. No accepting it any other way. Yeah, that was so good. I need to know my astrology going into the end of the year because, like, Lord. Lord help us all. Um, and anything else you wanted to add on like any of the chart stuff or like any of that stuff, like feel free.
Um, I mean, I could talk about my charts all day long. That gold last night was wild. Um,
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
can you make me
Hmm.
co-host? I just want to do a quick little rundown on this little chart action we had going on.
We're gonna.
Um, just disgusting. No, I'm just in the best way possible. This is the 1 minute chart. Okay, it's a little while down here. Um,
It's a little wild down here.
okay, so market open happened yesterday. I was glued yesterday to my charts because who knows why? It was Sunday. Because I have more time and focus to do this now, and I was supposed to be doing other things as well, and I did a little bit, but I was like, I need to see what's happening. So I saw these four buy signals, and I was like, I am going to buy. Dude, around here, all this I was fighting. I was like, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell.
Mhm.
And my win rate went up to 50% via this. So I was like, okay, you know what? Like, it's cool. We're up 50%. Like, win rate, meaning that 50% of the time I'm winning the trades. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
So then I had a little fumble in this area here because I'm like, okay, we sold a lot, made some profits here. Um, Playing around in here, which I shouldn't have done. I literally sold, I think, here, and then the market started to buy, and then I sold again. I sold here. And by selling here, I got from no, I think I sold at 44.70. So where did I sell? Here. 44.70 to 44.18, which was just above market open today. So this little nice little ride down here. Okay, but tell me why, as I'm battling myself here in this little area zone, everything's telling me to sell, and I'm like, I'm going to buy. Okay, we like why? Like I'm here in this area, like I'm gonna buy when it's like a double sell here, so good. Had another double sell here with a little sell. Thank God I made a decision here just to get in and go to bed because oh my goodness, that was not okay. Um, okay, so the other thing I realized is that if it's not ORB, like I don't want it.
Hmm.
Or I just need to be on a separate account because like what are we doing?
Yeah. Hmm.
If I respected that philosophy and I had got in at somewhere around here, retesting the ORB, I still wouldn't have gotten in around here because this looks fucking mental. So here's the challenge that I'm having, I feel, because if I hadn't gotten in here, market open ish, right? Like
Mhm.
what was this? Four, was that 4 o'clock? 4:15? Yeah, like 4:15-ish. If I hadn't gotten in around here and stayed in, I would have never gotten in either.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to navigate this a little bit. Um, but at the same time, it's trusting yourself and knowing that, like, okay, my risk to reward last night was really good. That's why I went to sleep. I think I was risking $30 for like 250 bucks.
Oh my gosh. That's it.
It was
That's
such,
it.
it was like, I'm going to bed because if I lose 30 bucks, it's fine.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I think it's important to have a clear, clean risk to reward. Um, I really, really like the 5 percenters dashboard where it breaks down everything for you. I think that's so, so perfect. This morning I did see the ORB retest, but I didn't see a double sell signal, so I didn't get in, but she was selling.
Hmm.
So that's where I'm just like kind of like, okay, what like I guess recognizing also it's the end of the year. So, it's a really good time to learn how to trade because the markets are a little bit more stable in a sense, right?
Yeah.
The decisions being made are just a little bit more intentional. Like I said, that everyone's probably selling profits at the end of the year. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They will do the same thing before tax season as well. So, we'll see some bearish moves end of the year during before tax season as well. So like, and then during tax season, like more people will buy because it's just the way that it is. Okay. Just the cycle of the money. Um, so anyways, I'm just learning what's going to be relevant going into this next season of trading, learning how to trust myself. What are my intentional confirmations that I'm using to enter the trades? And having a good risk to reward, I think is the biggest thing one of the biggest lessons that I learned this year. That when you can trust yourself and just have a clean risk to reward, know why you're entering the trade, you can be a profitable trader.
Hmm.
Now, doing that consistently is where you build discipline, and I feel like that's my next step. Not to say that I'm not disciplined, I'm building the skill set of discipline. And I think a lot of people say, like, I'm either disciplined or I'm not. And it's like, you have to develop that. It's
Yep.
so special that you have the ability to develop the skill set. So yeah, I'm really liking it. We have another sell signal on the 1 minute. I'm freaking like, what? Are we gonna go down more? This is crazy. Look at the
Hmm.
DTC.
Yeah.
I was very much doing a top-down analysis yesterday constantly, and all I could see on the 4 hour was that sell, So I was like, no, this thing is looking like, even though we are in a bullish market, like, oh my goodness, look at this.
Hmm.
On the 4 hour, I think we were sitting up here and the sell signal came out. And then the blue line came out and I was like, "Oh my God." And then you were saying the daily zone was getting retested. So that was my original take profit was the daily from Monday.
Mm.
The daily low from Monday was my original take profit, 44.08. But I saw it also breaking through this cloud. So I was like, "Oh my God, no, she's gonna go down."
She don't go
She's gonna
down.
go down. She's going down. Oh my God. Um, okay, so yeah, we have a mini cell here too, and we're at entry. So this was another thing I was looking at, okay?
Mhm.
When I'm entering the trades, I'm seeing the DTC and I'm looking at the entries and I'm recognizing the retest on the entry as far as my confirmation. So like this right now. if she closes below this order block here, we will probably see potentially target one.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's another daily here at 42.58. Oh, we're going down at least another 500 pips.
Sheesh. Hold on to your knickers.
Oh my goodness. Like this is where I'm like, do I get in? Like, no, we need to close below 43.03. Otherwise, I'm already just so disgusted.
No, I felt that.
Like in the best way possible, but like, oh
Yeah.
my God. The other confirmation that was helpful for me last night, so you guys know, is that this like triple bottom action here, 1, 2, 3. Um, Oftentimes we're looking at like the M or the W, right? And I was like, this is a crazy ass like thing here because what happens is, let me go on the higher time frame. I think the 30-minute, is that what we're on? Okay, the 30-minute. So this candle right here closing below this wick is also an indication that she's gonna continue to go down.
Mm.
So that's the other thing I was looking at. I was like, wait, like if this candle, oh no, it's here. It's here on the 4 hour. Let's zoom in. I was like, if this candle closes below here, we're gonna go down more.
Mhm.
Right here. Oh my God. And I think I entered it earlier because I was looking at the lower time frames and I was looking at this price point 44.43, 44.40. If it closes below, we're going down. And I was like, seeing this big ass candle forming, saw the sell signal. I'm like, I'm getting in, I'm going to bed. Just can't even. So yeah, it was a good night of trading. Anyways, I could talk about this all day. So I will just yap away
That's
about the
so
gold chart.
perfect.
Um, but it was a good good end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good learning moments, where I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
You know, like I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of losses before wins and losses, a 50% win rate. So, we're 50-50 game.
Yeah, girl, same. Literally, was like, I'm gonna pass my challenge by the end of the year. There was like four stop loss hits in a row. I was like, okay. Not going like I planned, but that is all right.
You still have 2 more months in the year, so it's fine.
Yeah, you know what? That's why I'm like, I'm not putting any pressure on myself. Like, it's all good. We're fine, you know?
Considering that this is a um Republican Trump year
Mhm.
and we're funded.
Seriously, like the Trump stuff is literally what made me pass my first part of my challenge because I can't remember what happened. It was like something Trump said. Um, and yeah, so that was funny. Very funny. Yeah, girl, the Trump years are the best years to freaking trade. Like they are. We know that.
Only a trader would put those words in the same sentence.
Right. Oh man, so funny. Alrighty, well, let's move on to the last segment of our thing here. Why is it not letting me share? The heck? There we go. Yeah, no, it's always good to know like your point of view as well on the charts because like yeah, it's
We're
crazy.
very we're very similar in our points of view. It's just the explanation is different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and it's good to hear, you know, like it's really good to have the contrast. So appreciate you. Very
Mhm.
good. Especially when you're like, I'm buying, I'm selling, I'm buying. Like, yeah, I'm like, girl, same. Glad I'm not the only one. Like, oh man. Because
Yeah.
like seriously, like sometimes like I'm like, I took the 30-minute, you know, buy, and then all of a sudden it's like the 5 minute is selling, and I'm like, you know, it's like at that point, like I have if it's confirmed, I have to take it.
Right.
Like, there's no way. Like I have to. Um, so we have our breakdown on gold. Um, Alrighty, so the 4 hour chart, strong uptrend from late October into late December. Recent price sharply dropped from highs just above 4,500 to 4,330. Fast retracement. Market structure previously shows higher highs and higher lows, typical of a bullish trend. Recent price action shows a potential liquidity sweep or stop run on the downside, likely triggering stops near 4,300. This decline may signal short-term profit taking or smart money absorbing liquidity before the next leg. 1 hour, more granular price action detailing consolidation between 4,300 to 4,450 before the sharp drop. Price formed steady higher highs and higher lows until late December top, then suddenly declined close to 4,330. Intraday volatility increased near the recent high, consistent with distribution or liquidity hunt. The sharp drop suggests a fair value retest or smart money shakeout to induce fresh buying interest. 30-minute chart shows detailed short-term moves within the uptrend and recent pullback. Clear ramp up from 4,200 to 4,550 with small retracements along the way. Sharp drop observed at the end confirms a liquidity sweep potentially below order block demand zones near 4,320 to 4,340. Price stabilizing or starting a minor bounce after this drop can indicate a high probability reaccumulation zone. So we have some zones here, 4,500 to 4,550, recent high/supply, profit taking zone, stop loss clustering above current levels, potential liquidity zone for stop hunting. 4,320 to 4,350, demand/order block, key support where smart money likely accumulated liquidity pool just triggered on downside sweep. 4,250 to 4,300 is the support on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Secondary support from prior consolidation, key for confirming trend continuation. 45.50 plus, major resistance, psychological ceiling for near term. Watch for break and retest setups. Let's go back over here. My computer is a little bit slow right now. So,
Oh my God.
what?
Down, down, baby.
We're going down. So we did get the small signal that just came out on the previous candle. So that just closed 2 minutes ago and we just got that. So I would still be looking for like a retest of some sort, but who knows? We could just go straight down from here. But generally, I look for a break, a retest, close below, and then off to the races. So first one is the buy the order block. After the sharp drop, look for bullish reversal price action, engulfing candles, wick rejections on the 30 or 1 hour at this zone. Entries near 43.30 to 43.40, targeting return tests to 4400 or higher. Stop loss just below 4300 to account for possible further shakeouts. Risk management, key given upcoming high impact news potentially causing spikes. So pretty much like right where we're at, it says to look for bullish confirmations the opposite way. And I feel like that will either be a pullback or that will end up just continuing up from here. Short on failed attempts above 44.50. Watch for price attempts but fail to reclaim the 44.50 to 4500 resistance area with weak rallies or rejection wicks. Enter shorts ideally on the 1 hour confirmation with targets near 43.30 demand zone and 42.50 secondary support area. Stops above recent highs 45.60. Mitigate risk of breakout surprises. So again, if price fails to make another all-time high, then we will look for shorts in this area, which was the 44.50 to 4500. Okay, so 44.50 to 4500. So in this area. Okay, price fails to close above there. Look for shorts. And number 3, breakout and retest above 45.50. If gold decisively breaks and closes on the 4-hour chart above 45.50, wait for pullback, retest to this previous resistance, turn support. A successful retest, open long targeting new highs above 4600 using momentum and volume confirmation. This is a confirmation trade requiring patience due to volatility around Fed event risks. So, notice that it says on the 4-hour chart. So we're not waiting for 1 hour. We're waiting for 4-hour confirmations, which is very different from a 1-hour confirmation. News impact considerations. The upcoming FOMC meeting minutes on Tuesday and unemployment claims on Wednesday can cause sharp volatility spikes. Use position sizing and tight stops as price may whip stop runs near key levels. Market may respond initially with reactionary price moves, followed by absorption and manipulation around liquidity zones. Prefer trading confirmed retests or reversal patterns post-news for safer entry. Summary and recommendations. Gold dominant trend remains bullish, but recent sharp downside moves suggests liquidity sweep and stop hunt near 43.20 to 43.50 smart money accumulation zone. Key levels to watch closely. Demand zone near 43.20 to 43.50. Resistance at 44.50 to 45.50. High probability setup, including buying pullbacks in the demand zone with tight stops, shorting weak rallies near resistance, and breakout retests above 45.50. Given the approaching U.S. data releases with potential volatility, prioritize tactical entries after confirmations, manage risk tightly, and avoid chasing price. If deeper volume or order flow data, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So next we have Bitcoin. So we have our stuff. We're going to this is a very pivotal zone here that we're at. So we're looking for either bullish confirmations or we're looking for price to break down further from this area. Okay. So we have the 1-hour chart. Okay, let's go to 4-hour. Wider historical context from November 21 to the 29th clears a downtrend from a peak around 116 in late November to a low in the mid 80,000s by late December. Since mid-December, price shows a range-bound pattern between approximately 84 to 92K. Recent candle clusters just above 87,500 near the middle of this range. Distinct lower high setting shown after 92K top in mid-December confirms bearish biases since late November, but now price is consolidating and not aggressively moving down. Supports and resistance appear near 84K, which is the bottom, and 92K, which is the top of the range. Okay, so quite a big range there on the 4-hour. Right, on the 1-hour, price range visible roughly 83 to 94K plus, between December 12th and December 29th. The most recent candles are clustered roughly between 86 and 89K. Price tends to move sideways with mild volatility in the last 10 to 15 days, with multiple sharp spikes, liquidity hunts, or stop runs. The chart reflects multiple quick price reversals within that range, suggesting balance/consolidation near the 87 to 88 region, which is literally the range that I was trading in, and I got stopped out. Dessa's BRB, no worries. No clear trending momentum, a choppy backdrop consistent with uncertainty ahead of key news events. Very, very true. All right, 30-minute chart. Granular price action over the approximate last 10 days. Price oscillates mainly between 86,600 and 90,400. There are visible sharp spikes around 90K and quick rejections as well as sudden dips down to sub 87. The candles show frequent wicks, indicating active liquidity sweeps or stop hunts by smart money players. The very recent price is around 87,550, with minor bounce attempts after a dip near 87,200. Market structure here is sideways, with a neutral to slightly bearish tilt due to lower highs. All right, so current market structure overall on the 4-hour, bearish to medium term trend from 116 to 80K to mid 80K, now in a sideways consolidation range. Short term 1 hour to 30, lack of strong directional momentum. Price oscillates within a roughly 6K range, 84 to 90K. Sorry, 84K to 90K, yeah. Liquidity pools. The frequent sharp spikes and rejection long wicks indicate liquidity hunting, classic smart money behavior to trigger retail stop losses before bigger moves. Literally, I got caught in that. Like, I was in that. I got trapped in the retail trap. Support zones 84 to 85K, visible support low range on the 4-hour, 87K psychological near term support seen on the 1 hour and the 30. Resistance zones 90 to 92, short term resistance. 1 hour and 4-hour highs with rejection. 94K and above, monthly chart not shown but implied from the past peaks. Alrighty, so we have our key levels here. 84 to 85 is a strong support on the 4-hour and the 1 hour. Multi-touch support on recent 4-hour lows and major liquidity zone. 87 to 87,500 near-term support on the 1 hour and 30. Current holding zone buffer before deeper drop or bounce. 90 to 92 is the resistance on the 4-hour and the 1 hour. Rejection price barrier liquidity cluster for short sellers. 93 to 94 is a strong resistance on the 4-hour. Recent swing highs, critical breakout zone. Okay, so high probability trade setups. Number 1, long entry on support confirmations. If price tests and holds 84 to 85 zone with bullish reversal signals, engulfing candles, increased volume, enter longs targeting 90 to 92, place stops just under 83,800 to guard against fake breakouts. This represents a smart money accumulation zone with liquidity and historical support. So let's check that out. We just got an alert around 87,200. Which is the 1 hour buy entry. So currently on the 1 hour, we have this buy entry, but I see a lack of confirmations. We only have the small, sorry. So here, this is interesting. We got a big and a small, signal, and then price went down to retest, this order block here, or to create this order block here, I guess. And then we had a big buy signal. So this is iffy. I would either want to see a small buy signal come out and then the line be pointing down, because right now it's pointing up or it's at the top, which means that the momentum is downward, right? So I wouldn't want to enter on this 1 hour because I have a lack of confirmations here. Let's go to like the 1 hour and just look. Okay. So if price holds 84 to 85K with bullish reversal signals, enter longs, okay? So 84 to 85. So down in this area. 84 to 85. Okay, so we want to see price holding above 84 to 85. And if we don't get that, then that means that we could be going down. Okay, so short sell on resistance and weakness. If price rallies and shows rejection or lack of momentum near 90 to 92, look for short entries with targets down to 87 or lower. Confirmations include bearish candles on the 1 hour and volume spikes. Stop loss above 92,500 to protect against the breakout. So 92. We have multiple order blocks here on the 1 hour. So if price hits any of these zones and shows that it's rejecting, enter in shorts, okay? Make sure you have your confirmations though. Breakout and retest above 92. If Bitcoin decisively breaks and closes above 92 on the 4 hour with strong volume, wait for retest of the former resistance to support for long entry. Target next resistance at 94 or higher based on momentum, and the stop loss is going to be below 91,500. News events consideration: FOMC minutes Tuesday and unemployment claims on Wednesday. Expect increased volatility and potential liquidity sweeps ahead of these announcements. Avoid entering large directional trades right before the news. Prefer waiting for post-news price reaction and confirmation of smart money absorption or rejection at key levels. Use tight risk management due to potential or erratic spikes caused by the USD strength/weakness or macroeconomic surprise. Summary: Bitcoin is currently range bound between approximately 84 to 92 after a bearish multi-week trend. Price structure shows active liquidity hunts and stop runs, typical smart money tactics before directional moves. Key support near 84 and near-term support at 87 to 87,500 with strong resistance at 90 to 92K. Trade strategies focus on buying near support with clear signals and shorting near resistance with heightened breakout retest setups if 92K breaks. Volatility expected Tuesday and Wednesday due to important U.S. macro announcements. Exercise caution and prefer confirmation setups post news. So there we have it. Make sure that you are, what did it say? Buying near support with clear signals and shorting near resistance with heightened breakout with clear signals. Okay, so we want the clear signals. We want to make sure that we're buying near support, and we want to make sure that we're shorting near the resistances. Okay, so no, don't diddle in the middle, as Des always says. That is going to be
Don't diddle in the middle. Listen, I
that's going
remind
to be the
myself of
rule.
that all the time. I look at the chart and then I'm like, I want to get in. And then I'm like, no.
No, seriously.
Don't do it.
It's like, no, don't do it. Yeah, we have to like literally tell ourselves like, no, no, no. Um, very important thing. Very important setup. Um, and yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. We've been on for almost 2 hours. We've
Feel
got
like
lots of information, all the stuff that we need for the upcoming week.
I feel like these sessions are just 2 hours. That's just what it is.
It is like it's kind of hard to condense it into less. Like it's not kind of hard. I mean, I'm sure that there's ways, but we like to have our chats, you know?
Yeah.
We like to have our chats in between. So yeah. Anything else that you would like to add? Closing remarks for the end of the year. This is our
You know,
last session.
you know what? I am gonna add something. I am. I am. So I think it's a big deal. So for those of you who don't know, which is many of you guys, um, we are writing a book. Yeah. And I'm super excited about it. Have you seen the recent posts
No.
from Harry? Okay, Chelsea, please go see them because it will show you the size of the book. It's literally a pocket-sized book that's going to be called Top Tip Masterclass. That may eventually turn into an online crash course. on how to trade. And so, on behalf of Angel Traders, um, huge shout out to GSM, Great Sunshine Marketing, for this amazing opportunity. And shout out to Harry and the Top Tip Masterclass team. Um, oh my God, yeah, I'm super excited. Like, I would have never thought that this would be the direction. I think about 2 or 3 years ago, um, I did a session with one of my mentors, and she was like, "Well, do you want to write a book?" And I was like, "I could write a book." I didn't know like about what or anything. And I kind of let that kind of dwindle away, right? I was like, okay. And I always had this thought, like, it'd be cool to write a book. Like, when you read books, you're like, oh, these people write books. Like someone actually sat here and wrote this 800 page book. Like, this is
Yeah,
crazy, right? So we know the power of books and how amazing they are for learning. And so to be able to put our thoughts collectively as angel traders into this little pocket-sized how to get started in trading and stay trading. Um,
that part. Because
yeah,
a lot start, but very few finish, you
right,
know?
right.
Yeah,
So I
very
think
few
this
people
is
stay in the game.
yeah, I feel like that's the intention is like because the people the collective that we're working with in Top Tip is very interesting because everybody is very highly established. Like you got a 6-time black belt martial artist, you have like all these like high caliber like achieved people, and then they're like, oh, you guys can write a book on trading. And it's like, what are our accolades though? It's like and the accolade is the ability to have stayed consistent over 6 years.
Mhm.
So I think that's the intention, is like how to start trading and continue on your journey. It's that that.
Absolutely. And it's totally like that is the intention of the book because it's like the top, like Harry was saying, like it's like the top 10 things that you go back to. You know what I mean? Like when he was talking about like um the sales tactics or whatever, and it's like, okay, when your numbers are down and you're not doing well in your business, like you pick up the book and be like, oh yeah, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing my follow-ups, I'm not doing this. And there's been so many times in my trading journey that I've been like, everything's falling apart, like what am I doing, like and then it's like I go back and I'm like, oh yeah, like I forgot about this thing, I forgot that this was a thing, like you learn things and then you completely disregard certain things. So like having that guide that you can go back to, so good.
Oh, good. So good. So excited. Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. It's so good. Like, and seriously, like what an accomplishment for us to like say that yes, we are amongst all of these high caliber people with all of these accolades and like we must be doing something right in life.
You know,
Like
it's
seriously.
it's a very, very interesting I don't know, like the word, what's the word? A very interesting way to observe delayed gratification. And I say that because it's like we're doing the things the audience is yet to catch up to, which a lot of people think they need the audience to do the things,
Mhm. Absolutely.
you know? So I think this is a testament in itself to say, like, do the things because the audience will catch up, you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely, girl. Like observing delayed gratification at its finest in this moment. And it's so like this is kind of like off topic, but like you were talking earlier about like the consistency, you know what I mean? And you know, that's our accolade of being consistent and being here 6 years later. And like it's just so interesting how like the consistency like and a comp having the small wins compounds into like bigger wins, and it totally changes like your confidence level and like your willingness to even try things. Like there was literally something like 2 days ago, it was something like super small, and like I didn't know how to use this thing. And then Grinder was like, well, just try, like, just try and do it. And that, and like, every other time up to this point, I would be like, no, like, I don't know how, like, I don't want to try, I don't want to learn. And then he was just like, dude, just try. It's so freaking easy. So he taught me how, and I used the thing, and I got it so quick. And it, like, the way that like, it just that this feeling came over me where I was just like, I can do hard things. Like, I can pick up something and I can learn it. You know, like, I can just make a decision that I'm going to learn this. Like, I don't have to be scared. I don't have to be fear of failure. Like, I can just do
Yeah.
it. And I 100% attribute that to the fact of just compounding those small wins and just doing things and getting better at them. Like, it does something to the brain.
Girl, the thing it does to the brain, let me tell you, it's it overflows into different areas of life
Yeah.
because when you can win at something physical, doing something physically, it also allows you, and this is what I've noticed as you were saying that, is my ability to communicate is a lot more effective and direct because of that. Because I'm like, I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I have everything to gain and nothing to lose. And so when you learn something new, it's the same thing. Like, I have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Unless you're learning how to like use like heavy operational machinery, then okay, you can, but like, knock on wood, you don't. But you know, hopefully you have the right guidance, right? But as far as like those small things that you're able to learn and you stack those wins now in your communication when you're talking to somebody, because for myself, I've noticed that I'm hesitant when it comes to asking certain things that I need to know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need to know this to continue this conversation. Otherwise, we can't, like, it's just going to be indirect
Mhm. Mhm.
and beating around the bush, and we're trying to come to a solution. So in everything that we do, whether we're learning a new skill set, whether we're communicating, it's always coming to a solution, especially as an entrepreneur. Like that is what an entrepreneur is. It's a person who comes with solutions, right? And so how do I become a better entrepreneur? Is I try new things, I put myself in uncomfortable situations in all aspects of it, whether it's with other people, whether it's building a new skill set, learning a new tool, you know? So it's just like, it's just the overflow of it. It's so amazing and so beautiful. And I do owe a lot of that to number one, who we are as individuals and everything that we've been through. But number two, to this trading journey, because having that level of self-awareness that you need to do this and be consistent and be successful at it and not give up.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing, not give up. Okay, I cannot even, this is a whole nother conversation and I gotta kind of get into it a little bit because
Yeah.
how, when you know what trading is, what in the world would make you give up?
Dude, seriously. I think about this so much, and some of the people that we've worked with and that we've met through this journey, and they're not trading anymore. And I'm like, how? Like, how can you, like, you really gave up on yourself? You really
Yeah.
were like, I can't figure this out. Like,
Yeah, it's really sad when you put it like that.
yeah, it does. It makes me like, I try to not let it, but it makes me sad sometimes, you know, because I'm just like, wow, like, Yeah, and like I see people like Cindy and it inspires me so much. And I'm like, people have no freaking excuse. Like a
Mhm.
retired teacher turned trader, like wild.
Girl, she is the epitome of like trading inspiration. Okay?
Yeah,
Because like at any it man, it just goes to show at any age you can do anything, you
exactly.
know?
That's it right there. It's like I
Yeah.
changed my career at 50, you know? Like
Mhm.
seriously, like
Yeah, and I think she was older than that when she changed her career.
yeah, like maybe she was like just past 50 or something. Or like
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
6 years, right? Because
I'm
how
wondering
young
when
was she
she like retired from teaching though. Probably before that.
before that?
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, I decided to learn a skill set and change my freaking life completely at like 50. Like it's wild. It's amazing to me. That's why I look at people and I'm like, there is no excuse because
There's no.
I've seen, you know, I've seen the inspiration out there. Like I've seen people doing it.
Mhm.
And it's really inspiring and it's like, yeah, like there's no excuses. Like don't come to me with excuses.
You
Okay?
know, listen, I ain't here for the bullshit in this season. Excuse my French, but no.
I know.
Come at me with facts or don't come at all. And if your facts are limiting beliefs, then I'm gonna leave you there.
Yep.
Period. I don't care.
Girl, seriously, like it's yeah. But we've seen again, it's like we've seen both sides. We've seen when you decide to break down every single limiting belief that you have and choose to be successful and choose to keep going and choose to keep learning, picking yourself back up every fucking time you fall. It's like, okay, I'm gonna pick myself back up. This one really sucked, but I'm gonna do it. And then we've seen the other side of it where people's let their limiting beliefs come between them and having like a completely free life. Because trading gives a sort of freedom that money cannot buy.
Mhm.
Like it's just, I mean, I guess money can buy it. Like, because it's like, God, my goodness. Like,
It's so funny to me when people come to me and say like, "Oh, I can't do everything. Like I can't do everything at once. Like I can't do all the things." And it's like, I can't take that as an excuse. Like you can do all the things. You just choose not to. Because like me releasing and again, you coming out of the season too, like this work season, this work life season, and releasing that and recognizing that there's so much time in a day, it's like you cannot tell me that you can't say that to me. I'm the wrong person to say that to. Like, sorry, I'm not gonna support that mentality because I know I can do everything and anything that I want to.
yes, and
You
it's so
know?
true because I literally like you said, like I experienced that where it's like I experienced working 30 to 40, 35 to 40 hours a week, okay? And it was very tiring. It was very draining. And I was like, damn, I realized like it did put into perspective to me why like, some people are like thinking that it's so much work to like learn a new skill set or take on something new. Like I understand that perspective. But at the same time, for me, when I think about it, I'm like, I would have to find the time. Like I had to find the time to do the things that I wanted to do. And if that meant like I have to say no to going out and certain things, like that's what that meant. Like I'm sorry, I cannot go out. It literally came down to that point where I was literally thinking about every single hangout as like so critically. I'm like, I gotta weigh the pros and cons of this because like I only have
Yeah,
so much time and I only have so much energy to put out.
right. And you having that self-awareness, most people don't. Most people, that is their escape from reality.
Yeah.
And it's kind of shitty because it's not amounting to anything in the long run. So it's like if 5 years from now you keep doing that, you're still going to be in the same position, still looking for that escape route,
Absolutely.
you
Girl,
know,
literally
but
that
you're
part.
not, you know, and you're not creating another path for yourself.
Absolutely. Like, and I've been there before where like even not even in trading or anything, just like being in a relationship and not being in a good one and being like, "Oh, well, I guess this is my life. I guess this is the life that I'm supposed to have. Like, I guess this is the life that I'm gonna live." And being like having that stuck mindset where you're just like, "Okay, well, I guess this is it for me." And like having the ability to like believe that you can do more and you can have more. It doesn't mean like taking on more work and depleting yourself, but it's like love yourself enough to allow God to come in and help you co-create your life. Because listen, God
Amen.
be moving and shaking.
Preach, my good sis. Preach. Yes.
Girl, we seen the way God moves and shakes in our lives. So like
Girl, I'm getting chills. Like, yes.
like just reflecting on the year and like I was just thinking about it yesterday too and like just thinking about my life and just me as a whole and like I don't know there was like people that were like being so interesting to Grinder in the complex and I just like had to think about myself and my life and the decisions that I've made and the path that I've chosen and being okay with not being normal. Like I'm not a normal person, you know?
No,
I am not
girl,
normal.
same.
I have
Same.
not taken the normal path.
No.
Um, and I have to be okay with being like, yeah, I'm not like a normal, I don't think like a normal person. I don't act like a normal person. I haven't done anything in my life that's normal.
Yeah.
Um, Good and bad.
Yep.
So when people look at us and they're like, oh, are you like really, like, are you this way or are you that way? It's like, yeah, I am. And I'm gonna say it proudly.
It's interesting because when you bring that up, it's like when people look at you and think, or are you this way or that way? You become very hard to read when you think differently. Because I was like thought about that. Like I read something yesterday that said something about like some people are just hard to read. And I was like, I want to be a person that's hard to read, you know? Like I don't want people to read me, but I don't think people can read me.
Yeah,
Like I already know that. Like,
and I think that's what they're trying to do, you know?
yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
trying to read you, they're trying to figure you out, and they
yeah,
can't.
yeah,
You
they
know?
can't. They
And that's
can't.
where that weird energy comes from, where they're just like, oh, you're like this, are you like that, or are you this way? And you're just like, yeah, I am this way. Like, no, I'm actually this way. I am like a completely different way. Like,
Yeah,
and
everything
like,
is
yeah,
everything is
I have to
different.
be okay with when I talk to people, like, and people look at me and they look like I'm speaking Chinese to them. And it's like they're gonna go home and think about that conversation later.
Yeah.
You know?
Hmm.
They're gonna go
Yeah.
home and be like, that was an interesting
Listen,
conversation.
I'm recognizing that more and more deeply. Yesterday, I had a conversation with somebody, and it's somebody that I don't know very well. Um, but the way that I was able to express myself, like without any restriction, it was a very like straight channel. And I just realized like they're only going to able to receive what they're able to, but everything I'm saying, whether or not they get it, like somewhere in their subconscious, it's getting implanted. So like I don't have to filter myself when I'm talking to people anymore. Like I used to a lot because I'm like, oh, they're gonna think I'm too this or too that, or they're not gonna understand these words that I'm using, or they're not gonna understand the context that I'm using it in. And now it's like, no, this is my self-expression. This is what I'm saying. This is what you're being exposed to because you chose to be in this conversation with me. So yeah, like what? So you're gonna get full exposure, to everything that I know that I am. And
Ab-
if you receive what you receive, cool. And if you don't, that's also cool because like it doesn't, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
yeah. No,
Their
no.
perception, other people's perception of you is always going to be their perception and their reality. So like I'm going to continue to live in mine
Yep.
and respect mine and like you said, love myself enough to surrender to God's will in my life and just move through my purpose that way, and move through my self-expression that way and everything that I am and everything that we are and in this gift of life that we have because life is short and people are unhappy and miserable as fuck. And I'm not one of them. Okay. And I don't choose to be one of them. And misery loves company. And if you're going to be miserable as fuck, be miserable over there because the tolerance of miserability, whatever, miserableness is like zero.
Girl, literally, that part. It's like we know how hard we've worked to be unmiserable,
Mhm.
because I thought I was happy back then, but then I experienced what I'm experiencing now, and I'm like, wow, thank God.
Mhm.
Glory to God, because like I'm
Right.
so grateful, and I
Right.
wouldn't change any of the journey to get here, all of the craziness.
It's all character building, That's on like people haven't gone through what we've gone through to even understand why we're the way that we are. Do you know what I mean? Like people will never know. And
Mhm.
it's okay. God knows, That's the only
Exactly.
validation that I needed. So
Girl, you said it. God knows. Like, God knows. And yep, that's all we need. That's all we need. That's the only validation that I need in life. If these last few years have taught me anything, it's that. It's like these, yeah, the validation of myself and God is the only thing I need. So,
yep.
glory, praise.
Amen.
Angel traders have made it through 1 year
Wow.
of our mastermind, and I'm excited for what we have in store for the next year. We're going to be authors, and like
Wow.
and that's just going to open up so many doors. Like, oh, you want to learn how to trade, go buy our book. Start
Yep.
there. If you don't want to buy it,
Yep.
how much is the book going to be? Like $19 or something like that? Or
Yep. $20.
you can't invest $20 on our book? Good
Don't
luck.
talk to me. Don't talk. Don't
Good
talk to
luck.
me. Yeah, it's not that much. If you can read that little book and have that as a guide for you and you want to go off and learn the way you want to learn, do that. I think that's the beauty of this
Mhm.
because there's no linear way to trading. And like I was talking to some people recently, like Manisha's learning how to trade, she wants to.
Yeah.
And she's like been looking at videos and different things online. She's like, it's so like everything's all over the place. And I'm like, it's not linear, but also you're not choosing to pick a course to go through. So like it's not going to be linear if you're not going to go through a course. And
It's
even if you go through a course, it'll be a little bit of linear, but not really.
Mhm.
So if you have the book, it's going to allow you to stay plugged in and stay consistent and give you a reason to continue on the journey even when it's not linear. Like I think it's so beautiful. It's so amazing.
It is. It truly is. Like, oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's amazing. So
Like imagine
exciting.
if we had this little pocketbook through our journey, like how much easier, like our little top tip Bible, trading
Yeah.
Bible.
Seriously, yes, girl. Because, yeah, there's been so many times where I've gone astray and I brought myself back to the basics, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, and it's always going back
yeah,
to the basics, which is so wild. It's not wild. I mean, it's normal, like to go back there, but every time you've gone back to there, you've always been at a new zero. So it's been easier to come back from it. And it's like every time you have a loss, you have to do that.
yeah, you do.
Yeah. every time you, and that's again going back to why you said like so many people have given up on themselves is because they probably lost so much money and they just don't trust themselves in the market.
Yeah. Yep. That is it right there. Because I was not trading live for like a couple years of this 6 year journey. Like, yeah, there was times when I lost so much money that I
Mhm.
did not trust myself,
Yeah.
you know? So I get it, girl. I get it.
I'm like, I had no choice but to trust myself. And I did and I lost it all. So like, but I was not given a choice, you know? And I'm grateful for that.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. I'm really grateful for that. So I get it. It's so crazy.
It is so crazy. It's just like, wow. Wow, this journey, it's been wild and just so amazing and just brought so much awareness to every area of life. And yeah, I'm grateful that, I'm grateful for the resilience that it's instilled in us because
Hmm.
yeah, I feel like that. Like I can do anything. I can take
Yeah.
on anything. I can learn anything.
Yep. Yep.
Learn
Yeah.
how to freaking trade.
Now, yeah, if you can learn how to trade, you can do anything. You are a ninja in the a
Literally,
mind ninja.
that's a slogan right there. If you can learn how to trade, you can do anything. Because seriously, that's a challenge right there.
Yeah. It's the biggest one.
Yeah.
One of the
And you,
biggest ones. I wouldn't say it's the biggest one. I think every journey is in itself its own, because I was thinking about it, because oftentimes I'll like say, like, trading is the hardest thing you'll ever do. But then I think about entrepreneurship too. And I was like, no, that's also the hardest thing you'll ever do because it's all just the self-awareness of it and
yes.
releasing um, your, um, your ego.
Hmm. Yeah. A lot of ego deaths along the way,
Yeah.
and
Constant,
just
constant.
uncovering a lot of like, yeah, these limiting beliefs and these things that you realize it's like, why is this even a thing? Why is this even a thought? Like, what does this even matter to me? Like, who put this here? And
Right? Who even put this here? Exactly.
I love those
Like
moments when
who even programmed me like this? Like
yeah,
what?
like when you literally realize the source of your programming and trauma. I love those moments where you're like, wow, that's where that thought
Yeah.
came from.
Right? And then you're like, this was not even anybody's fault. It just happened. So how am I blaming everything outside of the circumstance? You can't. It's
Mhm,
God's will. This was God's will because that thing happening has made me become the person I am today.
mhm.
So I can't even be mad at any part of the situation. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel I was listening to that guy yesterday. I gotta find that video. I think I reposted it in my Instagram. But he said that the thing that will kill you is within you, it's the fire within you. He said the fire within you will literally kill you. And what's the fire? It's the rage, it's the anger, it's that energy.
Yep.
When you're in that frequency, like that is what will deter your vitality and your
Yes.
chi, you know? So I think again, like becoming a trader or becoming a good salesperson, becoming a successful entrepreneur takes a lot of emotional regulation.
Mhm.
And there's this concept of like, oh, you should feel all your emotions and you have to. And I believe you do have to, but you have to feel them to a point where, and it's not becoming a robot because you're still an empathetic person and you understand those feelings and you get it because you felt all those things, but you also get to a point where it's just the tolerance level of immaturity of the emotional regulation is like very low. Like if you're so unaware, and this is what feels for me, and again, I'm like kind of sidetracking a little bit, but for me, I feel like this is where I detach from people a little bit, is where I'm like, no, I have no like empathy in a sense for your immature reactions to what's happening right now. Like I just like sorry, like I can't relate. I
Yeah.
and not that I can't relate. It's like I've related before in the past. I did that and I've grown from that. So like I don't know how to navigate this because nobody ever helped me navigate it.
Mhm.
So I just expect that from people, like you got to figure it out because like
Yes. No, for real.
so
That's the only way.
yeah, it's kind of detrimental in my like relationship building sometimes because I'm like, no, I can't fuck with you. Like
I honestly
you're
feel like it's so good though.
yeah.
So good. Like you have to have that mindset, man.
Yeah.
When you get to a point in your self-development journey, you get to that point where you're just like, I just have no sympathy, no empathy for this type of reaction and behavior.
Yeah, it's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
It is funny. I know, because you look at yourself and you're like, am I okay? Like, but then you're like, yeah, I am.
I was realizing something the other day. I was like, wow, like the fact that like my friends are friends with me because we all have the same frequency of mental illness is just amazing. We're just all equally mentally ill, so we get along.
No, seriously. Like, literally the crew that uses their mental illnesses as strengths and skill sets. Because listen,
Right?
it's 2025. If you're not using your mental illness as a skill set, what are you doing?
What are we doing? What are we even doing?
It's so funny and it's so good. The best thing, let's say, like, one of the smartest things you ever said in your life. I use my mental illness as a skill set. Also, I looked at the top tip. It's so freaking cute.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. And if you want to go see what our book is gonna look like, go to Top Tip Master Fast class.
Yeah. Top Tip Master Fast Class.
Yep. And you will feast your eyes on what will be in the future a mini pocket trading guide. And I'm so excited. This year has been absolutely incredible. We've really done it. We're doing the damn thing. So much to be proud of, so much to be grateful for. Ending the year with a grateful heart and embedded credit.
Our Angel Traders freaking.
Oh my God, yeah! Angel Traders Unite.
It's so good. We have to do a photo shoot. Like, what?
Yes. Oh my God, yes. I gotta follow up with Marta as well. I didn't do that yet.
It's okay. Our photo shoot is happening on the 16th at the podcast event.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta write
So,
that in my schedule too.
um, yeah, that's why we haven't discussed that.
Okay. Fantastic. Amazing.
But I'm still down to do another shoot with her at some point.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'll inquire. I'll inquire about that. Um, and yeah, any closing remarks before we close out our last session of 2025?
I think that's everything. I think thankful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for you and all your wisdom and your knowledge and your consistency and your discipline and your self-trust and your just willingness to learn and willingness for change and all the qualities and your characteristics. Um, Everything that you've been through that have gotten you to who you are today. Like, thank you. Thank you, God, for aligning you with me and creating this beautiful space for each other. Because, like, if anything, at the end of the day, it's like we've shown up for each other. And that's so special in itself. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for Angel Traders. I'm so excited for what's coming next year with all the little seeds that have been planted in the past 6 years that are coming into fruition. Like we don't even know. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Girl, likewise. My goodness, like God knew what he was doing when he brought you and me together 5, 6 years ago, and I never knew that it was going to blossom into such a beautiful freaking sisterhood and just the way that we've shown up for each other and given people an opportunity to do that for themselves and for each other and created this tribe of angels that's just growing and growing. It's so beautiful to see it blossom in our communities that we've been so fearlessly leading. Just so full of love, and just the way that we take care of each other is freaking unmatched. So I'm grateful for you and all of your entirety. Girl, grateful. So grateful. Like you've helped me, my God. Wow. Just thank you for being you, and
Oh, thank you.
grateful that we get to do this together and just do the damn thing. And we've been doing it. So thank you for being a freaking angelic being in my life. Thank you for, everything that you do and you say, all your knowledge and your wisdom. It's just so appreciated. So big hearts and big love to you, my darling.
Trying to get my fingers.
The angel wings fluttering.
So cute.
So good. Yeah, we'll have to gotta make a logo.
Right?
Yeah. So good.
That's so good.
Angel Traders. Listen, let's celebrate ourselves. 2025 is almost done, and we're ending it with unshakable faith and just gratefulness and admiration for what we've been through and just excitement for what's to come. Victory dance. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love it. So good. So good. And as always, make sure you trust
Just
yourself and
take
take the
a
damn
damn trade.
trade. Do
Just
it. You know what you know, okay?
you can't unknow what you know. Yeah, man. You know what you know. You guys know what you know. Take the damn trade.
Yeah. You know what you know. That is the reminder.
Embedded credit. We got
Embedded
this.
credit. Angel Traders out.
Deuces.
We out of here. We'll see you guys in the chats. We'll see you in 2026 for
Bye.
episode 45.
Wow. Wow. Episode 9.
Episode 9. Oh, yeah. Episode 9. Yep. Yep. This was a 9 year too, so that's interesting. Closing out the 9 year with episode 9. 45 plus 4 plus 5 equals 9.
So, hey.
Bye bye. See you later. Angel Traders are out of here. Peace.